These athletes have promised us a war. Let's see if they deliver. When someone punches that hard, you don't want to trade shots. And miss with that jab. Either man really defending themselves. Nice counter shot with the right hand. So much pre-match drama before this showdown. Who could forget what we saw yesterday at the weigh-in? These two boxers are finally ready to get it on.
It's so hot, it's so heat. There's a roof on here, you don't understand it. When you're working, when the noise is there, the pressure's on, you're thirsty, you're sweating, and you get a number. You're on the wrong side of a beating. This can be hellfire.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round. Quick punch scores. Fantastic punch. He threw the hook, didn't land. He misses with that jab. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
Somebody don't get complacent. You think this is too easy.
Here we go for round two. Rest for the weary. Insane action. Oh, that punch. Counterfighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
Counterpunch is my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of that sport.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round. You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. He just misses with that jab. He's got a massive reach advantage. Let's see if he uses it.
Very smart, very sharp. This is a fit young man style that he's got to get inside that long reach. Not many fights can do that.
Coming back to life now, starting to land some punches. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next round.
There's the bell for round three. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. Expect between these two lighter weight fighters.
Remember, with the lighter weights, you're expecting at least 300 shots around. They can let these shots go. They can move their fast, they show. It's a hard night work for the referee.
one. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong, because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. Punch scores. And he misses with that jab. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage. Back at it in round 4. So we talk about a fighter having power. Don't just look at the head punches they throw. Look at the body shots. That can be the real difference.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it and you've got to be confident.
He fails to score with that left hook. Trying to answer back. They score again with the left hand. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You could hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a cusp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Solid punch. That left lands. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
Look absolutely exhausted. What are you going to tell him in the corner?
There's the bell to start round 5. Phrase, second win. You've got to find it somehow.
What can they change? They can change their attitude. They can change their nervous system for a certain amount of punches per round. Because otherwise, if they deviate from the game plan, they're going to be shattered once again and the fight will be over.
Oh, what a punch! Punch lands. He just misses with that big right hand. This is certainly an aggressive fighter, but that doesn't always mean success. How many times have you seen a fighter chase a superior athlete around the ring and just get picked apart even though they were the one pushing the tempo? Nice punch. Very competitive round with 10 seconds left. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Every second, every minute.
On to the 6th round. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
So you're getting in there with someone that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get them close.
Good punch. Neither man really defending themselves. Another scoring shot there. Nice exchanges from both men in this round. Energy and endurance are not an issue for this fighter who continues to be aggressive as the rounds wear on.
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there, they want you to stand there, toe-to-toe with them, and have a terror. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way, and they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
Let's go with that left hand. Looks like he's going up for the finish here. His opponent with his guard up. I thought that was going to be a knockdown at least. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy. And there's the bell for round 7. The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. You've heard the phrase, finding a second win. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these fighters needs to find it.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance? Back and forth they go. Nice exchanges from both men in this round. Good left hand. This fighter has tested their opponent's power and apparently isn't impressed as they continue to walk through all these power shots.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes on a building ring with fighters like that, and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you right there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
He misses with that jab. Very competitive round with 10 seconds left. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
Dominance, without a doubt, make it look so easy.
Here's the bell to start round 8. We wanted action, and they are giving us action. Don't let this fighter's speed fool you. There's some method to the madness. These are precision shots, and they're coming at lightning speed.
This can be so frustrating when you're in such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
And that may just do it. He is not moving. What a shot that put him down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right punch. Wait a minute. A left hand lands. We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Left shot lands. So final 10 seconds of the round. And down goes Crawford. Both men knocked down in that round. Incredible stuff.
And they were heavy knockdowns too.
There's the bell to start round 9. Nice exchange here from both men. This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. Crawford is dazed. The clock is ticking. They've got him hurt, but can they finish? He blocks the hook. Perfect punch. Just gets out of the way of that left hand. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through?
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when he catch you.
They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin?
Connected.
And these are things that can affect the fight. Got out of the way of that right hook. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. He just got caught. He just got caught. How much cardio was put in for this fight? It may come down to that.
You cannot cast out.
We've made it to round 10.
Exchange here from both men.
You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in the fight. You've got to relax.
You've heard the phrase, finding a second win. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these fighters needs to find it. Nice exchanges from both men in this round. A big left, but doesn't score with it. There's a big difference between being the aggressor and the effective aggressor. Which type are we seeing so far?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
Throws the left but doesn't score. Missing with that jab. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. I'm worried about these two fighters gassing out as this fight goes on.
This is when you talk about championship material.
Here we go in the championship rounds, round 11. You've heard the phrase, finding a second win. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these fighters needs to find it.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
We hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to find it somehow. Just gets out of the way of that right uppercut. Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though. You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those point areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skin them, go for speed.
And he misses with the left uppercut. And that left hook doesn't find its target. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. You've heard the old phrase, this might come down to who wants it more, but it might come down to who's in better shape.
There's a lot on the line here.
Good round. Like that. And happy. Good man.
There's the bell for round 12. Right punch. We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, someone can take you out with a simple jab. It can be intimidating, just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Swing and a miss with that jab. Neither man really defending themselves. This is certainly an aggressive fighter, but that doesn't always mean success. How many times have you seen a fighter chase a superior athlete around the ring and just get picked apart even though they were the one pushing the tempo?
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
That one will count. So far, the offense has been better than the defense. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Oh, and he rocked him. And now we'll see what kind of finisher he is. So this fight ends in a draw. Johnny, how do you feel about that decision?
No complaints there at all. The crowd agree, I agree. The ref knew exactly what he was doing. So you know what? Great shout. I look forward to fight number 2.
You a middleweight?
What's up with Floyd Banks? He heavyweight, right? Or
I think he hit cruiserweight. But the other two people in the same class, Jacobs and Amir Khan in the middleweight too. So if you want to do that fight, we can do that. They need to fix this fucking. There's not people who's complaining about body shot spamming. They just need to fix Roy Jones' body shot. This nigga can punch forever doing body shots.
Yeah, you definitely get the 6 piece to the body.
Yeah, fighting him.
You know what's wrong? The problem is though,
Is it?
the heavyweight, he still got middleweight speed. So he's so much faster than the
It did remind me. It did remind me. Until we played heavyweight the other day, that reminded me. None of us could use it, and like God knows how long. He's like one of the main, current feature fighters of this game. He was too busy knocking out shit with Deontay Wilder, Muhammad Ali.
Well, first of all, you bluffing with Tyson Fury, you don't want to see him lose for some reason.
Hell no. Oh, you pick him. Oh, this shit got great. What the hell is that? You even good. What is it? What kind of line chicken is it? What combo was it? Is it like curry or a jerk?
Like real spicy chicken. I don't know if chicken spicy, I think it's all spicy.
crazy amounts of money for some piece of faster. I saw the fight. I didn't see that. Okay.
I'm Todd Grisham, and not a seat to be had here tonight at the Grand Theater. Next to me, of course, is Johnny Nelson.
Looking forward to this one, Todd.
It's time for our tale of the tape. It's Amir King Khan. Amir Khan. He's Bolton's finest. Watch for those hands tonight. They are as fast as they come. Here comes the Miracle Man, Daniel Jacobs. He bounced back from cancer as a two-time middleweight world champion and has fought the best of the best in his division. Let's see what he's got for us here in this one.
As soon as the bell goes, don't blink. That fight could be over.
Needless to say, everyone is excited.
This bout is scheduled for 10 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Bolton, England, here is the Olympic silver medalist, one of Britain's youngest ever professional world champion, a unified 140-pound champion of the world, introducing Amir King Khan. Hiding out of the blue corner, from Brooklyn, New York, introducing an acclaimed two-time middleweight champion of the world known as the Miracle Man, introducing Daniel Jacobs.
We welcome you to this beautiful theater where every seat has been sold, but the fans will only need the edge.
Todd, I'm going to stay here till the end of the night, until the last fighter is out here. Because if you're a fight fan like me, this is what I live for.
Great to have you with us for this all-action affair. We expect big things, and I don't think we're going to be disappointed.
I think that usually, and it's really a glitch because I would have seen it, at the top. The AI controller just wasn't there. It would have said AI like left or red or blue. It still stopped the game.
I'm Todd Grisham, and what a stunning venue. It is the one and only Grand Theater. Next to me is Johnny Nelson.
Hi, Todd. Nice to be here with you.
It's time now for our tale of the tape. Amir King Khan, 174 centimeters tall, 66 kgs with a reach of 180. And it's the King, Amir King Khan, one of the finest fighters Britain's ever produced. Olympic silver medalist in 2004, multi-time world champion, fighting out of Bolton, UK. Here comes the Miracle Man himself, Daniel Jacobs, fighting out of New York, New York. He is one of the most talented fighters in this division. Let's see what he's got for us in this one.
They have waited for this fight for so long, Todd. This is ridiculous.
And now for the official introductions. We turn it over to the world-renowned Jimmy.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, From Bolton, England, here is the Olympic silver medalist, one of Britain's youngest ever professional world champion, a unified 140-pound champion of the world, introducing Amir King Khan. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Brooklyn, New York, introducing an acclaimed two-time middleweight champion of the world, known as the Miracle Man, Daniel Jacobs.
We welcome you to this beautiful theater. Shakespeare has nothing on the drama that we've seen between these two fighters.
Words are cheap. It's the action that says it all. We'll find out when the first bell goes.
You must obey. Good luck.
And there's the bell to start round one. Great counter right hand there. That left scores. So much firepower here. The crowd is dressed to impress here tonight, and the fighters promise to do the same as we cannot wait for this, our main event.
Todd, I've got to give it to the promoter. To pick this place, every ticket is like gold dust. You cannot get these tickets. So if you are in this venue, you are watching this fight, trust me, we're lucky to be sat here.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round. Not a lot of defense here at all. There's a right hand. Good punch. Counter puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be honest. You've got to be honest. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. No secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a fight.
What do we expect to see here in round two? They score again with the left hand. Just missed with that left jab. He blocks the uppercut. The counter fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
They have got great ring IQs. Counter punches are the best.
When you're fighting a counter puncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counter puncher throw a punch, and then you counter them. Through the hook, didn't land. Both of these fighters have the conditioning to go the distance, no problem. They also have the power to end this with one punch.
Middleweights always gives us a class. If you've got two class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
Bell rings and we start the third. Hey, those punches add up. That punch lands. This fighter has tested their opponent's power and apparently isn't impressed as they continue to walk through all these power shots.
The problem with having a chin that everybody knows if they hit you, you're...
Oh, code red time here for Daniel Jacobs. What is he going to do? Let's see how good he is defensively. Left punch. They better start respecting each other's punching power. We wanted action, and they are delivering. Got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses. How do you deal with it?
Some fighters are just gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
Don't let this fighter's speed fool you. There's some method to the madness. These are precision shots, and they're coming at lightning speed. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. That was almost a 10-8 round, complete dominance.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as a...
Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. No doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
What a punch. Bravery being shown here is just incredible. Nice exchanges from both men in this round. This is certainly an aggressive fighter, but that doesn't always mean success. How many times have you seen a fighter chase a superior athlete around the ring and just get picked apart even though they were the one pushing the tempo?
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
Good left hand. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
Dominance, without a doubt, made look so...
On to the 5th we go.
Not a lot of defense here at all.
Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It can all come down to who's in better shape.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It can all come down to who's in better shape. Nice exchanges from both men in this round. He gets out of the way of that left hand.
These two were made for each other.
Don't let this fighter's speed fool you. There's some method to the madness. These are precision shots, and they're coming at lightning speed.
But you're getting in there with somebody that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get in close.
Blocks that right hook. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. They've got the momentum. They've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is...
We're on to the 6th round.
Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way.
We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, someone can take you out with a simple jab. It can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
And misses with that jab. Back to life now, starting to land some punches. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. Fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
When you have a fighter that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
There's the bell to start round 7. A scoring left hand. Just gets out of the way of that left hand. power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
Todd, we know one of these fighters can knock you out with a simple jab. They're that powerful.
Solid punch. They have no respect for each other's punching power. Nice exchanges from both men in this round. Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed.
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
Nice score with that left hand. Another scoring shot there. Shot with the left. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Ooh, and finally, Jacobs crumbles to the canvas.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
What a huge momentum swing that's going to be, considering that round will be 10-8 after the knock. Round 8, and we're off again. They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics sometimes to sort of clutch you out, blocks a fight and beat them on points.
This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in. Punch landed. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. Oh, what a punch! The old adage is, no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed, they're confident, they know they just have to quick burst, boom! In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed, and that's why they can maintain this all the way through a fight.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. We'll see how much endurance these two fighters have.
You cannot gas out. If you prepared right, slept right, ate right, and did everything right for this fight, you have no excuse for gassing out.
And that'll do it for the time between rounds as we get set to get back in the action. Both fighters starting to get tired as we start round 9. And he misses with that jab. How do they use this fighter's aggression against them?
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the...
Why would they try something that's obviously illegal? They better start respecting each other's punching power. Nice punch. Jacobs in real trouble. And down goes Daniel Jacobs.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, you're out.
So time to go celebrate after another knockout win here.
Oh, what a shot! What a shot! You see shots like that in the gym. At least for once, this is on TV. Thousands around the world saw that shot. They probably even heard it.
Yeah.